Good morning, and welcome to our fourth message in our continuing series covering values that turn ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. A woman's husband had been slipping in and out of a coma for several months, yet she had stayed by his bedside every single day. One day when he came to, he motioned to her to come closer to his bed. As she sat by him, he whispered, eyes full of tears, "You know what? You've been with me all through the bad days, all through the bad times. When I got fired, you were there to support me. When my business failed, you were there. When I got shot, you were by my side. When we lost the house, you stayed right here. When my health started failing, you were still by my side. You know what?" "What, dear?" she asked gently, smiling as her heart began to fill with warmth. The husband responded, "I think you're bad luck." How do you react when bad luck comes your way? Do you blame others? Do you feel like something's been taken from you, that someone did this to you? Or do you blame yourself? Do you feel like you blew it, that you're going to keep blowing it, that you just don't know how to hire right, that it's never, ever going to get any better? Are you living with constant regrets, what you should have done, what would have happened if you would have done, what could have happened if you wouldn't have done? All those regrets keep you from being your very best. You know, sometimes it's just life. There's no one to blame. When your car with three of your best cleaners goes driving down the road and it's hit by a 10-ton truck, and three of your people land in the hospital, it's nobody's fault. Your maids weren't at fault. You didn't plan it. Why would you? Certainly the truck driver didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. That's why they're called accidents. It's just life. There's no one to blame and no regrets to be had. It happened. Move on. Don't become disgruntled because of things that happen to you. Don't settle where you're at because you go, "Oh, it's just fate. Everything bad always happens to me." That's not true. Bad things happen to everyone. You can get more. Do what successful owners do. Overcome those bad moments. Realize that you are stronger, so much stronger than any problem could ever be. Don't settle where you're at. Don't say, "this is the way it's always going to be." Know that you are bigger than any mistake you or anybody else could ever make, because you're a chosen owner. You're always going to come out better because you fix problems, you make things happen. You turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. I had to do this when I was in business for 10 years at the Upstairs Maid, and we were doing $1 million a year. I thought we were untouchable. Nothing could ever, ever make us go downhill now. I got to the office on a Monday morning. There sat one of my company cars with all the supplies in it, the keys and files, and no cleaners. Oops. Well, it appeared that Dell Computers had gotten big enough that they were starting to use temporary agencies to hire anybody they could, anybody who could chew gum and walk at the same time, and that was clearly my cleaners. They were very good. Tuesday morning, I had another car sitting there. It appeared that my supervisors were using my company car in between jobs and running down to apply for these jobs. Long story short, by Friday, I had 5 teams gone, 5 partners gone. I was missing 10 of my 26 people. It was scary. I considered closing. I didn't know what was going to happen between all the tears I was shedding. And I finally, on Thursday of that week, came to my senses, started thinking, this is insane. I'm not going to lose my business. I'm going to fix this. I went from 2-people teams to 3-people teams, because supervisors are hard to find with good driving records and good skills. So I put 2 people with the supervisor, which means for every 6 people, I only needed 2 supervisors instead of 3. I only needed 2 cars instead of 3. It ended up saving me so much money, improved our quality and efficiency because 3 people loved doing 6 jobs. They got to rest more in between, which actually made them quicker when they were in the houses and much happier. So it improved our quality and our efficiency, as I said. We came out so much better through all of this. It's something I never would have tried. I never would have dreamed that 3 people could clean 6 houses in a day. But they had to because necessity was the mother of invention, and we were so overbooked. They had to clean those 6 houses, and we realized they easily could. Today, I have built rags to riches based on this model. If you can overcome your stumbling blocks and turn them into stepping stones, as successful owners do, you will always come out better, improved, and with increased revenue. So there are 2 mindsets that you can go into whenever you see a problem, whenever you face a problem. For example, the cleaner that walks in the door late, the supervisor, every other team has already left, and informs you that she doesn't intend to clean one of the clients you've put on her schedule today because she hates that client and she's never going to clean them again. She told you that. Well, everybody else is gone. You can't fix it anyway. So you look at her as any good owner would do and say, that's insubordination. You have to clean that house. We'll talk about what we can do about it later. Everybody else is gone. She says, fine, then I quit, and walks out the door. You say, fine. Now, there's 2 ways you can handle this as an owner. Some owners will sit for the next 45 minutes and talk to the partner about how they cannot believe that she did that. Who does she think she is after everything I did to help her, blah, 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 blah. By 11 o'clock, the owner has decided what to do with the partner, runs him out to another job. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, she's ready to get on LinkedIn so she can write, or he can write everybody on LinkedIn about how in the world could this cleaner do this to me, blah, blah, blah. Can receive some support on LinkedIn from other owners doing the same thing, saying you're absolutely right, that's stupid, get rid of her, you're better off. Then we have the other owner, the owner who says the same thing, fine, to the cleaner when they walk out the door. They put a smile on their face, a spring in their step, and go, whew, that was easier than I thought. She's always been late, not been that good a cleaner. I'm glad to be rid of her. I know things will improve now because they expect things to improve. They get out their applicant call-in log. They call previous applicants. By 11 o'clock in the morning, they have the partner to the team and the new applicant in the office. They're interviewing them, check their references, hire them on the spot. By 1 o'clock that afternoon, they're doing the orientation. The next morning at 7 o'clock, they bring them in to watch a video on what they're going to clean, and by 8 o'clock, they're a productive member of that team, while the other owner is still calling clients because she still doesn't have her problems fixed, so not only did she have to skip yesterday's clients, but she's skipping today's as well. Who do you think is going to lose clients over this whole thing? There are 2 mindsets. It's all in an attitude. Both owners have the same things available to them, but one decided to be on a pity pot and the other decided to step forward and fix things and move on. That owner did their part. They kept their hopes up. They didn't complain. They went right to work to fix it. They turned a stumbling block into a stepping stone. They created an action item list. They implemented the first item, which was to find a new applicant. They're excited about the new applicant by noon of the day the person walked off the job, rather than still sitting there whining about what are we going to do and how in the world could she do that to us. This new owner woke up, second owner woke up excited the second morning because she had a brand new person starting, full of hope and dreams. The first owner woke up even more depressed the second day because she had to call clients and say, we can't clean you today, and listen to them screaming. Quit worrying about what you lost and where you should be right now. Instead, believe that you can turn any stumbling block into a stepping stone, because you cannot fix problems when you are feeling sorry for yourself. Do not let your pity pot take away your dreams. Do look at missed opportunities you have not grabbed onto because you've been putting all of your attention on your problems. Put those missed opportunities on your action item list in the form of actionable items with due dates like tomorrow. Then you will not have time to talk about your problems and regrets because you will be too busy trying to get the items done by their due dates. You'll not only fix your problems, but you'll get a lot better. Your company will get a lot stronger, and you'll begin to grow and put more profits in the bank. But none of this can happen, however, without the right attitude, the attitude that can turn any stumbling block into a stepping stone. With the right attitude, you will get your dreams, as long as your dreams remain your dreams. And that's all you can see and focus on is your success. Have a great week. Turn every stumbling block into a stepping stone, and we'll see you next week.